Asterra Tutoring. Today we're going to be talking about place values and the number 0. So a quick history lesson. Obviously, so you have to know this is meant for 5th graders, but obviously anybody can listen to this. So the number 0 didn't actually exist back then. They used Roman numerals, such as this would represent 5, this would represent 1, this would represent 2, and so on, right? But the issue with this Roman numeral system is that it's very difficult to represent big numbers. Let's say you're a little Timmy over here. Little Timmy, his dad has given him a mustache. His dad gave little Timmy $500 because he brought home an A+ on his math test. How would you represent that in Roman numerals? So right now it's easy to write 500 because of this number 0 over here, but they didn't have that concept. To write that, they'd have to write some long, tedious, really long number, which I'll flash on the screen in a moment. Anyways, so they have to write all of that, and it's not really something that, it's just tedious. You wouldn't want to write that all day, right? So that's why they invented the number 0. You may think the number 0 has no value, but then it does. It has a value, but in a different way. It has something called the place value. The place value is what helps you differentiate the number 7 versus the number 70. The number 7, let's say you're 7 years old. You're walking on the street, you're 7 years old, you walk around, eat a lollipop, no joy in the world. If you're 70 years old, you're going to be old. I don't think you'd be able to walk. Maybe you'd be in a wheelchair. Maybe you couldn't even have a lollipop, could you? Because you're just that old. That's why the 0 makes a big difference. So why does it make a big difference? Let's talk about decimal places to understand. For now, we'll start with the basic ones, the most intricate ones. So this decimal place, you shouldn't worry about just yet. We'll get into that later. But these three are what we're going to be working with for our basics. These three are what are called the ones, tens, and hundreds decimal places. This being the ones, this being the tens, this being the hundreds. Now notice, it does not mean that it doesn't like the ones place. An easy way to remember this is, if a number is in the ones place, you only have to write it with one digit. 1 is in the ones place. 7 is in the ones place. 8 is in the ones place, because you only have to write these with one digit or one letter, either way. Let's look at the tens place. The tens place, you remember, it's written with 2 digits. 2 digits. The 10, 13, 17, 18. They're all written with 2 digits. The hundreds place is written with 3 digits. 100, 105, 700, 787. All of these numbers are written. So the ones place is written with 1 digit. That should be the easiest one to remember. The twos place is written with 2 digits. The tens place is written with 2 digits. And the hundreds place is written with 3 digits. Now that we know all this, let's solve some problems. Let's say we want to add up 7,000. Also, the thousands place is written with 4 digits. But actually, we'll skip that for now. We'll get to that in a more advanced problem. 600 plus 60 plus 7. So, with our understanding of digits and decimal places and zeros, what would we do? So we know that 600, so 600 is our biggest number. We can drop this down here. So this is the ones place, this is the tens place, and this is the hundreds place. 60 is our second biggest number. Let's just see where this goes. So 60 has 2 digits, so this has to be in the ones place. But then this 6 is actually in the tens place. It's the second digit of the 60. That's how we got this over here. This lone 0 is in the ones place because it only has 1 digit represented. Both of these zeros. Now these zeros have technically no value, but because there are 2 digits here, they're in the tens place. But this only works if there is a digit other than 0 right next to them, like to their left. Because let's say you have 0, 0, 0, 0. This 0 wouldn't be in the ones place. Actually, it would be in the ones place. But this 0 wouldn't be in the tens place. This 0 wouldn't be in the hundreds place. This 0 wouldn't be in the thousands place because they have nothing to them. Now they can be in these places. Let's say if this was 70,000, but they can be. But if you want to think about it like that, technically 0 can be in any place. We just don't see it. This 6 has an infinite amount of zeros preceding it, but we just don't see it. So to make it easier on yourself and not look at infinite number places, a rule that you should follow by to make your life easier is that if there's no number to the left, if there's a number to the left other than 0, just count it as a number. This would be in the ones place, this would be in the tens place, and this would be in a hundreds place because the 6 is to the left of both of these zeros. But obviously, if you're not going to take the time to write out all through 4, let's say I give you this number. You shouldn't take the time to think, okay, this is in the ones place, this is in the twos place, this is in the threes place, this is in the fours place. No, because there's just no number to do that with. There's no reason to do that with because there's no preceding number. So why did I do all this? To help you know where the number goes. So let's think of these as houses, as little sections. These little sections. So each place, let's say you're a tens place guy. So there's a hundreds place house. There's a tens place house. There's a ones place house. So you're the tens place. So all of these are 3 houses. So tens place was walking down the road. He sees these 3 houses. He visits the hundreds place house. Their bed was far too big for him. He could barely fit. He was rolling and tumbling all over the covers. He did not like that house. He visited the ones place house. Their bed was too small. He could barely even fit. But the tens place house, his own house was perfect. That's what you want to think about when doing this. So now that we've divided this into sections, the 6 is in the tens place. So where do we put it? Exactly, we put it in this little tens place section that we made. 6 here. The 0 is in the ones place. Where do we put it? In the little ones place house that we've made here. Now, this is good for the first few problems that you're going to do. But as you go further along, you should be able to do it by memory. For example, let's say I do 700 plus 70. I instantly know the 7, like without even looking, without even counting all this. The 7 is in the tens place, I put it here. The 0 is in the ones place, I put it here. And then I do that. This is just to help you with the basics. Now look at the 7. The 7, just written as 7. There's no number in front of it. There's no number behind it or in front of it. So this would just be in the ones place. Which house does that go to? The ones place house. Now that we have all this up, let me clean up this mess. Now that we know where all these numbers go, we can add them up. 600 plus 60, and we'll do this one first. 600 plus 60, 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 6 is 6. Now, what would you do over here with this blank space? As I mentioned earlier, there's an invisible 0 preceding the 6. You just don't see it, and you shouldn't count it in your calculations, but it's still there. But so if you see this blank, just imagine that this 6 is falling down through a blank space into the ocean and just landing. 660 plus 7. 660 plus 7. We know this goes in the ones place. 0 plus 7 is 6. This 6 glides down. This other 6 glides down. 667. That's what we get. That'll be all for today. Thank you and goodbye.